Hell yeah.
Going live.
Go and leave a. Go see. I like how we stayed with the new Tuesday live stream.
I know.
I kind of like this thumbnail. I'm here.
I do
for
too.
this thumbnail.
It's
intriguing.
It's eloquent and it's
Eloquent.
Eloquent.
Just simple.
Says we're live, but I don't see it.
Yeah.
Dan said we will see.
We'll see.
Still nothing. I'm refreshing.
Huh.
Refreshing.
Well.
Refreshing.
Yeah, it says we've been live for 46 seconds.
Oh, no, okay, no, we're there. We're live.
Yeah.
We are live indeed.
Yeah. Live.
And we're on time. Ha ha. What is going on?
We're early.
Yeah, we are actually early, even according to my clock, and that's always a slow clock. So, what is going on, Internet? And welcome to OnlyCops. We are in our Tuesday live stream in our new format. We are headed up here by Bill in his rightful place at the top of the stack. I am in my rightful place in the bottom, and there is no meat between our buns. But the foundation of this stream is being held up by Keith, or as I call him, Dad. He is below me,
Dad.
just off screen.
I am below you.
Dan Hammer will get first place. I do like that they actually labeled themselves here. Then he had the first place one, we have second place in the Toastar. I'm gonna try this. A refill. R-I-F-U-L. R-A-R-I-F-U-L. A refill? Something like that. You got second place. Mr. Toastar, our Chris the Cop refugee, got third. And then Christy Cook, a new Patreon member and a purveyor of our Discord. What is going on? Millennial Cop is here. Brian Miner. Hardy is here. Officer Nathan, as he's a much more disparaging name in the Discord. Steel Switch. Missing anybody? Kubli, hi. Sailor George, what is going on? Christian Halsey, thank you for monetizing the often unmonetizable stream. Effin Mint, the current, he's holding it down there in the bayou by himself. Poor
Bayou.
God bless him. We go throw some hearts and prayers to our friends having to deal with the current bit of non-violent forms of protest currently happening across the states. Nathaniel, it is good to see you. And Sam Tarango?
Good job.
Tarango? That was pretty good. I'm close, at least.
Yeah.
Bro, that's what I live for. Is every once in a while, Bill will give me an attaboy, and I'm like, yeah,
Yep.
dog. For is my hooked on phonics teacher.
That's right. Way to read those names correctly, son.
This is our Tuesday stream where we go ahead and do what we normally don't do on Thursday streams, and that's going to be stuff like recruiting videos, more broad topics that have to deal with law enforcement. And fortunately, this week we do not have drunk Juan.
Yeah, so I'm sorry we won't be critiquing camera lenses and pull-out shots.
If you guys have specific things, if you're here, if you're in the Patreon group, you can go ahead and put it in the new Tuesday stream chat. I will be watching that. If there's anything specific you guys want to pull up, and then if you are in the comment section, I do read them, and I will be watching them as Bill gives us his leadership as we go through this live stream. Sarah, it is also good to see you. Millennial Cup, my dog. He said, lick it. So welcome to Super Tuesday, Stram.
I'm going to lick that super chat.
Bro.
Yes.
Thank you for the allowance, and for this is more likely to get a little more off the handles the more we do these Tuesday streams.
Maybe.
Just because they're not
There's less violence in these.
There probably is. I would say that.
We're not watching OIS.
We're not watching 15 OISs in an hour-long span.
Yeah.
Dan said no. Anyways, we will go ahead and... Is this a recruiting video?
This is Well, we'll just watch it.
Oh, that's ominous.
That's it. This is EHP?
Yeah. So this is episode 1 of a series they made. So we'll see.
I knew a guy that did CHP for 35 years.
Chip's kind of tainted that.
Is it someone's dad?
Yes, it is someone's dad.
Yeah, he's a
Mega ultra Chad.
That's a good guy.
He's a good dude.
I
He's
like
a
that
good
guy.
dude. Bro,
It's pretty
look
cool.
at those cars.
Yeah.
Someone's getting in trouble for the spent breast thing.
You think Juan would be digging these cutscenes?
Yeah.
This B-roll? It's a nice facility, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, as it should be.
So was this a TV show?
No, this is on YouTube,
Oh, okay.
and it's not very old.
Hmm.
Well, at least they didn't release it too long ago. Because, yeah, February 21st of 2022.
Dude, these guys are straight up broken.
So I pulled up some, like, we're still going to watch some actual recruiting videos, but I pulled up some, like, academy stuff, since that seems to be a very active topic in our comments. I'm not very intimidating with a mask on.
No.
Prepare your mind, it's not too late. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 2. Be strong.
I take what for a police department. That's pretty good formation.
Yeah, I think it has to be for them.
Yeah.
My name is Isaac Perez. I am 24, and I am from Atwater, California.
Good age.
That first night when my head first hit the pillow after all the craziness
Millennial, I
that
didn't
day,
miss it.
It
I'm
made me
just
feel a
saying, if
little
I was there in
overwhelmed,
person, they would not
I
be
think I might get this.
intimidating me with their masks.
CTC! 1 of 22. Welcome to the CHP Academy. During your time here,
These masks are
the
weird.
staff officer
Hard
to
for
your
me to
right
not see them.
and I
It is weird.
will supervise and mentor you on your journey from cadet to officer.
Even
Also,
though
I
it
think this
was
is
my
interesting
second
for us
time
because our
going
academy is
through
not like this.
when
Very
staff
different,
officers march out and
30?
get ready to take
Yep.
control of the cadets.
Good age.
That still gives me chills.
I think 24, 25 should be a minimum.
I was, let's say, a little stressed out,
28. From
questioning
New
what I
York.
was doing here.
I didn't really know what I got myself
t-shirt.
into. I felt
33?
overwhelmed and excited
isn't
and
she wearing a
nervous.
uniform?
It was a lot.
They're getting them in their downtime.
I wasn't
maybe?
expecting for
That could be.
it to be so chaotic.
I wonder what their
Lead him in, let's go. Get in there.
hiring
Hurry up.
requirements
Hurry
are.
up. Hurry up.
I just kept thinking, I just got to keep going. Just a little bit more, just a little bit more, just a little bit more. Just keep pushing through it.
You are constantly on the go. You are running everywhere. You're stressful. You're thinking
That's
you're going to
running.
forget something or you're missing something.
Like a
You're
fast walk
doing
at best.
you're making mistakes and you're getting yelled at the same time, and it's all a stressful situation.
Steel Switch, I would not do. I would not have done it earlier, and I would not do it.
No one knows how to make CHP.
No, I tell you that.
Their age, their academy age, or their cadet age, what are they, 35?
So are they civil service?
So 35 cut off.
Are they civil service?
Because
Those are your
Fort Worth, right before, I guess they were switching over. Right before I applied, they topped out at 36 because they were civil service.
Yeah, I know most common is 45. You cannot be older than 45 to join the
That's pushing. Yeah,
First mistake I made was I brought a huge suitcase.
because you're
This
21 years
suitcase,
old.
it had rollers on it. It was massive. I could probably fit in
This is
it.
your fault, Martin. Yes, sir. This is your fault. It's not my
Oh,
fault
they
you
didn't let
packed
him
your
drag
house.
it.
Nope.
If your suitcase touches the
you're
ground,
gonna
This ain't the
they will
airport,
see,
son.
and they will come after you.
I do not think 21 is a good age. I think you need life experience before you go into police.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, we're still waiting on you. Hurry up and go to the gym.
Roger, get Jose. Your name tag is now center and flush with the pocket.
Sir.
Then where are your boots at, Cadet?
Sir,
Sitting over here. The bottom goes at the top of the pocket.
Pause real quick. Or I guess just mute it at least, so we're not talking over. You can keep playing it, but at least
Yeah.
mute it. So the whole idea of this is it's called stress inoculation training, is what this is. None of this is making you good at writing tickets or
No.
I don't know, understanding penal code or any of that. What this is doing is training your brain to find somewhere else to find comfort other than stemming. And stemming is when you're physically off-putting that stress to alleviate or cope with whatever external stress that you got. This is done in a bunch of different ways. This is born completely out of the military, in that they don't give you opportunities of relief because they're teaching. They're figuring out who can't do it, because this will become overwhelming for somebody that cannot figure out how to cope. You see this end up happening a ton in the street, where someone very easily gets a rise out of you, and they will cope by yelling, or I always call it the lecture, right?
Yeah.
Where they get into lecturing, and now you're yelling back and forth. How could you?
Our favorite thing.
Yeah, I bitch about it all the time. But you really can't recruit for that. I think it's really hard to train. You can get someone who's motivated to do it, that's never had to do it in their lives,
Yeah.
to learn how, but it's only in this environment. I think this is incredibly valuable in a job where your decisions are going to dictate whether someone lives or dies. And that's the only real overlap I see, like as far as the military is concerned. The only difference is that because of how much discretion you're given on how to do your job, I think it's almost more important in a law enforcement setting to figure out if they have this skill. The physical side of it's maybe less demanding. You're not going to do a 30-mile ruck as a cop.
Right.
It's just not going to happen, right? You're never going to be outside for 4 straight days with no shelter, no food, no whatever. Like there's certain skills you don't need that are obviously way more important on the military side of things.
You know what we should have learned, though? We probably should have learned a little bit of sleep deprivation in the academy.
I think that they really did a disservice to. I was lucky. I worked full time while I was in college because I got a bit of that there.
Yeah, same.
And I started to abuse caffeine, right?
Same.
And then,
But it's different.
But I could see with a lot of our classmates really struggled when we got to field training.
Yeah.
They were straight up falling asleep or straight up whatever. Like
Well,
once you
dude,
got over that initial nervous threshold,
we were Monday through Friday, 8 to 4 for 8 months.
Yep.
I had never worked a Monday through Friday job in my entire life up to that point.
That was rough. And I still to this day, even if I have to be up at like 9 or 8 in the morning or 7 in the morning, I struggle to go to sleep before 1 o'clock.
Not me. I changed my shit over so quick.
I've been pretty spoiled in that. And I had a job prior to the one I have now where I was Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock in the morning. I had 8 a.m. and I had 8 a.m. meetings I had to be ready to run.
Yeah.
So like I had to do and I was I was lazy. Oh, I was smart. I would do my agendas the night before, so I just could be able to roll in.
You were always tired though.
Dude, always. Like it was,
Always.
But this is, I think that a lot of people might look at this as kind of extra. I can see some of that critique where you might have somebody that maybe if they're in less of a pressured situation could become a good officer. The problem is when it counts, and I want to point out, anytime that the officers have made the news, like Uvalde or whatever it is, when it counts and success and failure is predicated on the resiliency of that officer, this is the only way that you can figure out whether they can do it and then get them to a place where they can do it.
Terrible air squats.
Yeah, those are pretty bad.
Maybe we'll watch episode 2 next week to see their physical fitness.
I do like that they structure it this way, especially given that CHP officers more than anybody, and deputies, I guess, can get in the comment section here and talk about it. You're doing this job a lot by yourself. So they kind of need you to kind of have, like, they're instilling also officer presence. They're showing you examples of being in complete control and things of that nature. We had a much more academic approach to the way that we approach. We had the PT and the DT portions of it.
Yeah, they tried to be like in your face, and
there was some like you had like there was fight sims or like early, like your first like 2 or 3 months there, where you had to get out of the way, and you still did that as you got on there, but you had to get out of the way if there was anybody else walking through the hallway and stuff like that. But it wasn't anything.
You had to hug the wall.
Yeah, it was nothing close to this.
So dumb.
It was more for tradition and less for conditioning, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But getting smoked sucked. I will say that. Base violations, which I was guilty of one. I think I was like number 37 or some shit. I hated myself for that.
We had so many.
Well, at the after party, I'll explain what a base violation is.
So stupid.
It was rough. You'd have like 4 in one day, and you're like, we're about
from
to
the same person.
200 get up in bases, you know, after work in like dress clothes because we hate ourselves.
I like Millennials' comment. Mine was more laid back. We were adults.
Yeah.
And I will say that I think part of it's also to kind of suss out young people, right? I think young people kind of need this. That being said, we were lucky. At least all of us had a college. We didn't have any like 18-year-olds trying to do this.
Well, you had to be 21.
That's what I'm getting.
Minimum for our academy.
You at least had to be kind of an adult. But I'd still like to see 24, 25. Oh, I remember our classmates.
Yeah.
I was like, I know why I'm here. I don't know why they're here.
Even some of the older ones. I'm like,
no, I know. Yeah. That wasn't an age thing. That was just like a life experience. I was like, how did you get here? But yeah. Text boot to 10-9, 10-9.
Oh boy.
Producer Juan, welcome.
This is Tallahassee, Florida. It's the capital of the Sunshine State, the home of 2 prestigious universities, and a great place for a law enforcement career.
God, could you put any
I'm
more
Chief
on
Rebel,
your uniform?
here at Cascades Park
Also,
in downtown Tallahassee.
Why is it just a single
There's
row?
a lot of development going on here, but a short drive up the road, there's something just as exciting on the horizon. A modern police headquarters that will soon be the home of the Tallahassee Police Department. With a focus on community policing and a solid reputation built on the pillars of trust, loyalty, and commitment, we're proud to be a world-class leader in law enforcement.
Yeah.
Are you ready to be part of a dynamic team? More than 15 specialty units make up the Tallahassee Police Department. Let's meet the men and women who are the backbone of this agency, the people in our streets and in our neighborhoods who provide the highest level of service to the citizens of Tallahassee. These men and women work every day to be the difference they want to see in our community.
Florida man with a badge. I'll be honest. And now that I've been a cop, I don't understand the appeal to K9.
Nope.
Or motorcycle.
Nope.
I see no appeal whatsoever. I get crime.
Well, you know, most of those dudes do it so they can go work for an insurance company later.
Brother, Dallas special, baby. Look at that.
Have a good night attached.
I wish. SRT. No one tells you that that's a rookie job.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, SRT, I want to be on that. Oh, don't worry. You will be.
You will be. Look, they're showing him using gloves. I'm proud.
Calm down, Juan. You're too excited about that revolver.
I was surprised forensic is a probably not.
That's weird. So they only have 400 officers.
I think that's not a lot. I was surprised. I
thought it was bigger, especially with 2 colleges. Yeah, duly sworn as U.S. Marshals.
That's kind of based.
That's the spot to be, bro.
That's our fugitives.
Dude, our fugitives and then the violent crime FBI spot. Oh. Tell you what, if I even had the slightest chance of getting one of those, I'd still be there.
I'd still be there, 100%.
But as y'all can tell, I'm a middle-aged white
I have
male.
lived in Tallahassee my entire life. I love the city.
I couldn't even get a
and
detective
can truly
spot.
attest to the great work being done at the Tallahassee Police Department. The individuals at the agency have chosen a life
That's not true.
of service, make me feel protected, cared for, and like I matter. That's what community policing is, and that's what sets TPD above the rest.
She sits on the bike.
All of these units, from traffic enforcement to special investigations, rely on educated, dedicated, and motivated individuals to get the job done. If you're ready to be the difference you want to see, and think you can wear the Tallahassee Police Department
That
badge
was
with pride,
awesome.
honor,
Yeah, that was
and
cool.
integrity,
100%.
apply today.
As a Tallahassee native
every time
who's
this
had the
chief
honor to
comes
serve
up,
this
it's
community
so
for over
true.
30 years,
What's with the,
I can tell you, it's a decision
like,
you won't regret.
chain
The
deal?
future of the Tallahassee Police
Deer
Department
hunters.
is here. All we're missing
Yes.
is you.
It's a solid, like, C+ or B+. I'm somewhere there. Somewhere between there. I think I think they focused a little too much on, like, look at all the opportunity, look at whatever. But they did showcase at least, like, that they were clearly spending money pretty heavily on assets. Now, you never get to use them as a regular cop, but
No.
it is good to see that because it's likely that they're also forward thinking and like, hey, outer vests and things of that nature. You didn't see too terribly strict of an adherence to in very sharp contrast to CHP. Everybody's gonna look the same. Everybody's job is the same. In a municipal police department, it's wildly different. Like,
Yeah.
you can be everything from an SRO to SWAT.
Right.
Kinda
It's kind of, I don't know, it's almost amusing that they spend so much time talking about the specialized units.
It's such a small part of the job.
Right.
If you do it.
You're up. Right. It's a minor percentage of your sworn officers.
Yeah.
So, like, you're trying to bring people in because you know that those spots are fun and exciting. Why don't you just be honest and be like,
we need bodies.
95% of you are going to spend your entire career on patrol.
Yep.
Yep.
You could make it 15 years.
Yeah.
Never sniff. You might be a PTO or an FTO.
Yeah. That's not a specialized unit, though. You're still on
what
patrol.
You're doing. You're still on patrol. Yeah. You're humping 911 calls, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's.
Even if you
might
promote,
get-
you're going to be a patrol sergeant.
Yep.
That's what it is. I mean,
yeah. You don't promote and then go straight to
Hey, look.
somewhere.
OnlyCops.
Hey, check us out. Look at us.
7 days ago.
Eventually we'll make a short of that. Just straight up, I have a lot of specialized units. You'll never work there. I need bodies. You got a pulse and a reasonably clean criminal record? I'll take it.
Reasonably clean.
Do a little meth. If you've done a lot of meth, maybe I can't do that. But I could forgive a little meth.
Viewer discretion advised. I don't exactly know what this video is, but
Whoa.
We're gonna watch it anyways.
What?
So it's Sacramento Valley
it's their CAC
ICAC, Internet Crimes Against Children. So
Operation Spring Cleaning.
yeah, dude, I've my algorithm has been filled with these police department videos.
Sheriff's office, get on the ground. Give me your hands. Hands.
Yep.
Like I said, instead of canines, just have straight pipe hitters.
So I'm
Just
just
say, all right,
Steve
it's an
Holman.
arrest,
I'm the
whatever."
lead case agent for this operation. Again, huge operation. I'm managing 96 personnel we're at right now. These guys are really righteous pedophiles.
Pause it on this guy that's giving the presentation. Is that not every undercover officer you've ever met?
Yep.
This specific pattern of flannel, I don't know what it is about it at the school they go to be undercover, but they all buy
Cargo
the
pants.
same brand of shirt.
It's wearing
and we're the
Oakleys.
same color. Yes.
Yep. But you're supposed to be undercover. Like,
yeah, dog. It's like the weirdest attention.
These
But
guys
it's like
are really righteous pedophiles.
everyone
that
ever
we're
met.
hunting. If you have cover shirts, throw them on. We're going to limit movement in and out of the hotel for obvious reasons. So once you guys are in place, be prepared. You guys are going to be there.
Look at this
all day.
briefing, though.
yeah.
Take notes, rookie. Or rookie. Editors or whatever. Writers.
So gross.
My dog tried to run.
Ugh.
Oof.
Sir, my name is Detective Stephen Holm with the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office. I'm here to instruct you what you're being charged with. You are being charged with attempt lewd and lascivious acts with a child under the age of 14. You're also being charged with communicating with a minor.
It's nice to see they still arrest for something in California.
Why we go out there and why we are looking for specific targets and specific people. These are the people
Also
that
that
are
bang.
causing
That was a ghost,
the
bro.
greatest
a
amount of
ghost?
harm.
That was a
to our
ghost.
community.
Tropical something. Huh?
Dang. Look at that double lock in action. Bro,
Note-
how nice of a camera that they have.
Notice how they didn't show the handcuff.
Found a Telegram thread where he was producing on his 5-year-old granddaughter. Why do we believe that he's drugging her?
Jesus.
An image, and it's a picture of a NyQuil in a cup.
Is there any pictures of this girl on his Facebook?
There's like some child erotica images of him pulling his granddaughter's panties to the side and exposing her vagina.
Go get him.
On his
Flapping my
Facebook?
phone away every time I tried to use it. Our target said, "What were you trying to take a picture of?" He said, "I said a nice things, kissed, touched her body, kissed and licked."
I tell you what, if I was ever going to volunteer for anything,
Oh, dude.
I'd get back into shape just
Immediately. You don't even have to pay me.
Nope.
I'll go do
I'd
it
take
for
all the
free.
liability. I'll go take an insurance policy.
Okay, did you guys
I'll
serve a
literally
search
do it
warrant?
for free.
They're serving currently.
I'll do
There
it
is a
cost.
team serving a search
Like,
warrant at his home.
Pay
and,
for what it
is
costs for me to
working.
get out there.
That's target.
That's it. We'll do it. Only cops.
Hell yeah.
What you do? Go CFT. You're under arrest. Could you imagine?
There's some gross people out there.
I haven't met
Yeah.
If you wonder why like cops end up doing that, like I think I had to do probably about 15 cases.
Oof. Damn.
Want some black tip?
Good for them.
Sacramento. Shout out to California doing something productive with their
Good
time.
for them.
Yeah, same thing. That's a very specialized unit. You're
Yes.
likely, if you're a aspiring officer today, right? Let's say you're currently looking to go get hired on. This is going to be, you're going to go through academy, right? You're going to go through the process of getting hired on. You'll do anywhere from, I'd say at minimum, 6 years. Probably more realistic for the average, 10 to 12.
For
And
CACU?
Yeah, for something like that. Yeah. Especially like if you're part of apprehension, you're likely going to have to go through like the SWAT circles.
Yep.
Where you're going to be SWAT trained, but maybe not on the full-time SWAT team, but that puts you in a different pool of people where someone like a fugitives unit or like a task force, violent crimes task force will say, well, he's already trained. Let's go ahead and recruit him into doing this. And then you'll still likely be on patrol, but get pulled for a special detail. It was to a much smaller degree, but we experienced something similar once you became rifle certified for us because it wasn't right out of the academy. Every single time that they wanted extra lethal cover, you would get pulled for that.
For some of us, it wasn't right out of the academy. For others,
yeah, that's true. I had to earn my rifles. Bill had a much cooler supervisor than me.
Hey, I had to buy my rifle to go. Okay.
Same. Yeah, that shit was not cheap either. But also, I will say this: you probably put in the interest, put in the time. They probably were like, "Look at his fitness scores. Look at all this stuff. Like this guy's not bullshit."
Well, you know what it really was? I wasn't lazy on my shit.
Also, dude, reputation. Okay, hold on. For everybody that's here, if anybody's trying to be a police officer, or let's say you're new to policing, like you're like a rookie, the one thing you don't want to be is lazy. Don't you?
That'll never ever leave you. If you get pegged as lazy, you're never gonna get away from that.
I remember getting made fun of by senior, and it was I actually earned the respect of my previous midnight shift because it was a very senior shift prior to us getting stuck on it. And they made fun of me because I was always on overtime, always. And if there was a hot call, I'd be there because I wanted to be there or whatever. And I was taking calls from C shift. I was taking calls from midnight's officers.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it's my beat. You're like 1,000 badge numbers more senior than me. Like, I'm not gonna let you take a call. And they were like, no, it's cool. And I was like, no, it's fine. I got it. And after like 6 or 7 months of doing that straight, and I'm drawing myself kind of ragged, they were very cool with me after that. They hated me because I wasn't one of them, right?
Yep.
But they would eventually forgive me for things, and then they were like, you know what? Josh is all right. Like that, and that was high praise. Coming from a group of people like that.
Dude, I got so lucky with my Midnight's crew. It was a mix of like very senior and then like 7 to 10 year guys that were like SWAT certified, like dudes that I actually would look up to as cops. Yeah. And I got to work calls with them like constantly. And I had young sergeants, which man, helped so much.
I was gonna say young supervisors that like really weren't that far off the street, I think empathize with you a little bit better and kind of understand kind of where you're coming from, but they're also not entrenched in the shift politics as often. Yeah. Versus like a very established sergeant, right?
Yes.
Guy's been a sergeant for like 15 years and like has his guys working for him. You're the odd man out always. Keith, is it like that with county? Did we lose Keith? Dad?
Is he muted?
Dad's gone.
He's gone.
With the welfare check, Dad. He's down there. Y'all can't see him.
He just commented in the chat.
He's probably muted himself and didn't realize it. I did send 2 videos from Steel Switch. They were actually seem pretty intriguing. We'll get to the ones you have. If we can get to it, we will. If
is
not,
is that one the international one?
Yes.
I was going to save those all for one stream.
Oh, perfect.
I figure we'll do an international stream, but the other one we can look at pulling up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Older sergeants are the ones you want. They're the ones you want to like you.
Nah. No, but, I would take a younger sergeant over an older sergeant at our old department.
Yeah.
Pretty much any day.
I had maybe 1 or 2 like very senior sergeants, like these are like 8 to 10 years plus at the sergeant level that I had a lot of respect for and liked working for. But a lot of those guys that were like old timers in that position and either didn't continue to promote or weren't very active on the street. It's a weird mixed bag because you'll get those sergeants that are always out there. They're always getting after it. They're always trying to do stuff. Like one off the top of my head.
Older sergeant.
And he did narcotics and something else.
Was he the heat sergeant?
He went to Eastside. No. Well, he was also okay. Yeah. The heat sergeant.
He was the
pretty
first one that I could think of.
Yeah.
Oh well,
Him-
let me rephrase that. All of the heat sergeants were great sergeants.
I only got to
I
work with
thought.
one, but he was cool as shit.
I worked with 3 of the 4.
Yeah.
And then
Good dude.
And then I knew 2 of the ones that replaced 2 that got promoted and did all that.
All that.
All that, you know. Well, one of them, you know.
Yeah.
Therapy, right? I want to tell like a group
He was great
what's
though.
going on. Afraid
I
that
did enjoy
other people
working with
wouldn't
him.
understand what's going through, right?
A lot.
Part of
He was
being
my
a
kinda
first
cop.
responder is you have to be able to compartmentalize, or you wouldn't be able to function. And I think that's
Man,
some of
where
the
is
problem
this?
we have. We put it away and we don't deal with it.
So this is Fort Worth PD. This is
We
like
take oath
a,
to help people, help the city, help the organization, and lastly, help ourselves.
they just put this out not too long ago.
Doing this line of work and seeing everything that we see causes damage to us. We don't always see that damage because we're always gearing up to head out for the next one. So we just tuck it away and don't deal with it. You've shoved too much into that closet, and at some point that closet door breaks. I am one that had the closet door break.
Retreat.
Sometimes first responders just need a pause. This career throws so much at them, and to keep up, you can end up with a system that's just kind of bulldozing and starting to run on empty. And that's where our relationship with R3 is so exciting.
Fort Worth would find like a dude ranch.
To be able to refer our first responders to a program where they can just step away for a moment, let everything kind of just calm down, be in a different space, be around others who get what they're talking about.
Whenever you start having communication with others that are like you, that have had similar experiences, all of that is healing. No matter how tough you think you are, and everybody has a breaking point.
What a beautiful place.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
Because the first responder experience is so unique. I think that's why peer-led healing journey interactions are so important, because the first responder knows that they don't have to spend all this time explaining to someone who doesn't truly understand what they do.
Some guys, they have no idea what you mean by you see death every day.
These men that I've seen up here on this mountain,
I think it's
they're
PD
dealing with
and
the same
FD.
traumatic events, but on a day-to-day basis.
I think.
He does
And
also
it's just
see
during an
some
8-hour shift.
gnarly
And
stuff.
once they get done with their 8-hour shift, they have to
They
just
maybe
take it
don't
home.
get so much of the danger, but they see.
You know, I think
Different-
this is no surprise.
different
these days,
kinda
but
danger.
Suicide kills more
Yeah.
firefighters and
But I
police
think way
officers than
more
line of duty death does.
Yeah.
I just thought this was cool.
It's very cool.
And
if an officer came to me
Ideally-
and just said, "Hey, I heard about this. Can you explain it?" I'd say,
You
"Before
know,
I explain it, let me just
an
ask some
organization like
questions."
that is something that we should try and
Have you gone to training before?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Link
Have
up
you
with-
taken, whether it be control tactics,
Oh, dude, just to do
firearms,
some
maybe
interviews
some
and talk
leadership
to 'em
courses?
and-
Yeah, I've done
Or
that.
just
This is the
volunteer
same.
our
about
time.
methodologies.
This
Yeah.
is just training and
See
development
what
to
they
help us be better
help with.
versions of
Yeah.
ourselves, be better first responders. That affects us at home. That affects us
Well,
here.
and that comment's
My
not going
job
to
as a
age well
chief
if you're not
is
listening
to make sure
this.
all communities across all of Fort Worth are safe, healthy, and resilient. But for that to happen, I first have to make sure my department, my officers, are safe, healthy, and resilient. And if they're not taken care of, how can I expect them to take care of anyone else?
Bro, Air 1, top
There's a real
tier.
fear that comes
is
from
my
mental
favorite thing
illness or
ever.
mental health
If
trauma,
I had a superhero, it was Air
PTSD,
One.
of what if I'm not healthy enough to do my job, I'm going to stay silent. And this takes that stigma away, and having your leaders and both chiefs tell you it is okay to not be okay, and that we're going to make sure we have a program of support for wellness to get you back to 100% means the world.
Unfortunately, some great departments across the country have had some real issues with not just mental illness and resiliency, but with suicide. My ultimate goal is to never have that happen here.
We could head off a problem before it started rather than trying to get in on the backside of the problem, where it's a
Hey,
lot
what hurts
harder
for
to deal
tension,
with.
you often yourself.
You could take
Yeah.
out the
Patrol
people
car,
aspect
you
of it
know?
and look
No
at it
kidding.
from a fiduciary standpoint. It's smart business. Your community aspect, it's smart business because you're taking care of your people. We take care of people. That's what policing does. That's what fire does. That's what EMS does.
Not only is R3 providing resiliency programs, but should something come up during that program or that experience, and an officer realizes, hey, this really helped, but I think I need something else, R3 provides access to officers in an anonymous format and way to culturally competent counselors.
Nobody's going to use it once and then never come back again. We've got to get a program in place that is ready to grow with that. As soon as you start being available and offering all this stuff
The only thing that crushes
up,
me about this,
man, you better be ready.
How much do you believe your leave is not
ring
approved?
off the hook?
I am fully
It was truly
confident that
anonymous,
not only
you
does
know?
this model
Yeah,
work,
not approved.
but it's
Sorry,
something
manpower
that our
too.
first responders are telling us works, and they are very proud to spread the word.
And I see people who come back and they seem healed. They seem like they're well. They seem like they're
I think the good
optimistic
departments
rather
will
than
start to lean
pessimistic
into
about
this
everything.
more.
There's not been a police and fire synergistic approach to wellness ever in Fort Worth, and I would be surprised if there's been something like that countrywide.
We want wellness to be a priority, a skill that is trained throughout the entire
Which area
career
is
and
this? I don't
prepping
know.
them for retirement,
Montana,
that
Wyoming.
transition.
This may end
that.
up being the most monumental public-private
Texas is not that
partnership
pretty.
of all, and it'll be quiet behind the scenes to really
Also
support
doesn't
those
have
individuals
that
that help
much
be heroes in
elevation.
our community and make sure that Fort Worth continues to strive and grow into the future.
To them for that. R3, we'll go reach out to them. Let's see if we can help them at all.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most healing evenings I probably ever had. Shout out to the guy's name's Sean. He works for Pew Pew Tactical. He was a cop up in Colorado, and he did CACU. He did their version of that for a little while. He was a cop for like 15 years.
Yeah.
And so we're randomly at a media summit. I was in Wisconsin at a media summit. And because we're all media guys, we brought some ARFCOM cigars. So we're bullshitting out in the cold with some cigars because we can't smoke inside the hotel. And it was just talking to somebody. And I didn't really know him very well before that. But he was like, yo, I saw one of your things that you were a cop. He was like, yeah. So we start talking about it. And this poor guy, there was like a writer that was with us. And he was just looking at us like, damn, dog. Like, this shit's dark. And we just laughed. And even just being able to open up, and I don't want to say like open up as in like you're talking about how you feel or whatever. It's just the realization that you're not by yourself. And that like what's happened to you is not fair and kind of fucked up. But like there is some ability to resolve some of that stuff. And there is a way to realize that what you did was worth it, even if the outcomes wasn't what you wanted it to be.
Yeah.
And I think that the work was righteous. I've seen I know I've struggled. I've had a couple of calls I know where I struggled to see the point, and that made it really, really hard. And I think I have smarter classmates that I've talked to now recently, or smarter cops that either were just better cops than me or just have unpacked that in a better way. I've seen some people struggle with it and some people don't. Everybody's journey with that's unique, but I have met some people that have had way worse PTSD than me from that work environment. It's just, you don't know how your brain's going to react to that.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I'd like to see like you can have smaller versions of this. It would be very cost effective to have ways of doing this.
Because also you don't need to go to the mountains. Like
it is cool. But
it is like,
yeah.
But you can do the same thing 2 hours from here in Texas.
Yeah. I think what's interesting about it, it's easier now that we're out. Like I'm a lot more free to talk about how I feel about it because nobody's expecting me to be a police officer tomorrow, right?
Right.
But also I do like that these are not peers in the sense that these aren't work buddies. These are people that share the line of work that you do, but like these conversations are going to stay within y'all. Your experience is going to stay within y'all. You don't have a pre-built predisposition against that individual because you never know. Even shitty cops, right, that I might not personally like, will have a bad call or pull the short straw, and that sucks, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to be a great person to talk to about it because I probably already don't like this person, right? Or vice versa, right? So I think that's actually smart that they've set it up that way, that it's not only just like you have firefighters, but you have people from other departments and things of that nature kind of coming together.
I think PD and FD going together is also
a
pretty good thing.
Well, it's also like it doesn't fall on just us, right? You could probably lump in. There's a couple of ER nurses that I could see that would fit into that. They see some pretty heinous stuff. Social workers to a certain degree. If you're working in the field in a poor part of a city, you probably see some heinous stuff.
Honestly, dude, EMTs probably get it the worst because they're probably the lowest paid, the worst hours. The turnover rate is insane.
Yeah.
And they're expected to do a lot. Some of them.
Yeah.
Let's be
They
real.
make a lot of hard
Some of them are.
decisions. They have no recourse when stuff goes bad. It's not like they can fight somebody, right?
Right.
That's the one perk about being a police officer. If somebody gets ignorant with you, you have recourse. But most other places, they don't.
Yeah.
Scary movie night. I just catching up with the chat.
Yeah.
I will.
Millennial is waiting for his rainbow flag and Josh and Juan bikini calendar.
Copy that. Do a boudoir bikini calendar.
Juan said he's working on his summer body, so you saw Emu said she wants a scary movie.
Yep.
Sarah was gone, now she's back.
Sarah, welcome back.
Yeah, that's about it.
We're caught up. Idaho.
Why is there no? Oh, there's nothing.
Maybe refresh.
This music should be fine.
Yeah, it should be fine. Shout out to everybody watching. We're following this the Twix journey.
What kind of rifle is that?
To be honest, I don't.
What?
That's not a good thing.
What?
Yeah, dog. You can maybe go back to that roll mark, but dog, I don't know.
This has never happened before.
It's a little sussy. I mean, I know what kind it is, but I don't know who makes it.
That's probably not a good thing.
That's not a good
for the
sign.
rifle or for that officer.
I'm not a fan of the trooper hat, but I respect
Also, what state troopers doing foot patrol?
Nobody.
Give me
Maybe
a
in
break.
Idaho. Maybe in Idaho.
There's big cities in Idaho.
No, you're right. Yeah.
I guess we don't really need the music since there's no talking.
There's no talking. I thought there would be too.
Yeah. This is a pretty lame recruiting video.
Kind of weak sauce. I mean, she looks pretty squared away here.
I guess.
I don't. I still don't understand the hat, to be honest.
Yeah. Ooh, get
after it.
You think they made that on Canva?
I'll say yes. Okay, hold on. Go back to the roll mark. I don't even recognize this handguard. This might be a PSA upper.
What is that?
ZM? It might be Bear Creek or something.
I don't know what that is, dude. That's very weird.
It's weird. I think it's an aim point up top. That's weird.
That's an aim point for sure. But that's a weird
know
rifle.
What's going on?
It's a weird handguard too.
That's what I'm saying. So I've seen these on a few PSA builds. This is the standard like clamp on handguard. This is weird.
Yeah.
It's not a flex, I'll tell you that.
No. It was probably like you need to buy a rifle if you want to go to rifle school, and this is what she came up
Shout
with.
out, you know what? Shout out to her though for getting after it. At least she got something, man.
It's true.
She's got
that is true. It's weird there's nothing here.
Refresh it real quick. I'm just curious to see if it'll populate.
Oh, you're right. There it is.
Comments are turned off. Weak.
Yeah, I don't love that. Oh, serve with the men and the women? Oh, all we saw was a woman.
And only one officer.
There's men there too?
Hey, but I'll say this. I will say this. They didn't show specialized units.
Nope.
And all they showed was a chick getting after it on patrol, at least.
Yeah.
The foot patrol thing was a little weird, but
yeah.
Hey,
look, it's us.
Hey, it's us. Go watch us live. Rifle saw. It was something.
This one has 5.4 thousand views.
Eustis?
Yeah, I don't know where that is, but we'll try it.
2023 too. That's pretty recent.
Of the recruiting videos we've seen,
that was the worst.
Probably the worst.
That was the worst. I would expect that out of a student film.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be nice, but they could have gotten away with just an interview. Demo, some B-roll.
Some words could have been spoken.
Interview from the chief or
right,
from their
like one officer
or whatever.
That's it. Nothing.
What's your experience like?
Why her?
You know?
Why just her training? Why not academy?
And let's say she had a cool story, like dad was a cop and great grandpappy was a cop, and you got some pictures of that, and she's like, I just wanted to go in their footsteps and serve my something.
But that was
it was weird.
2 minutes of weird music, B-roll.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's meant for Mr. Potato. What?
Idaho. He's saying that all Idaho has is potatoes.
Oh, no.
But let's keep it that way, because
yeah, hey, dog.
If I ever go there, I don't want any of you following me. So
we'll keep going. This might be your first responder, dog.
That's fine.
Axon.
I don't need first responders.
You don't.
Police officer is such a noble profession. It's the greatest job on earth.
See,
Craig Capri,
we're already doing
police
better.
chief for the city of Eustis.
Palm trees.
I would describe the city of Eustis as a very diverse community. You're a suburb of the Orlando community of a big city. We're a smaller city where you have the time coming in as a new police officer to learn how to be a cop. We're very big on community engagement. Building those relationships with the community, to me, that's the most important thing in this job. If you can change people's lives and make an impact in somebody's life, that's a pretty powerful accomplishment. And you're going to be able to do that here if we're a proactive agency.
Interesting.
Every day,
flashlight placement.
Something different. So we got to be vigilant and always ready at the go. You have to have the mental mindset to handle the stresses you're going to deal with, the things you're going to see. And not everybody can do that.
That's all function.
There's so many options here to get, a really good education. We'll send you to all the advanced and specialized training that you would like to go to. Latest, greatest technology. We're going to embrace that, leverage that to benefit our citizens and our visitors. We're going to let you develop what you want to do.
Very few places actually mean that.
Now, do you want to be canine? Do you want to be a traffic cop? Do you want to be a detective? You're going to get that chance here. You're going to get the opportunity to really hone in on what you want to do.
Maybe.
And be very good at it and very successful at it.
I want to interview police officers.
We sponsor our candidates. So we'll pay for you to go to the academy. We'll pay you while you're going to the academy. And you're going to get medical benefits and you're going to get a really good salary. After 25 years, you're going to get a percentage of your pay for the rest of your life.
Pretty common.
With the schedule and patrol, you're going to get every other weekend off. We're always looking for a good stable of candidates. Anything you can do that you want to do, you can do here. If you're thinking about doing it, take a look and see if it's for you.
4 on, 3 off?
Probably.
4 and then 3? I wonder how they do that.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? They did the specialized units thing, which I get it. That's just like the playbook.
Well, at least they didn't focus only on it.
Yeah, there was a speech.
He talked the whole time. It was great.
Which I'm good with.
That was great.
I do like that he didn't have any goofy uniform stuff going on. I give them like a B-. This is pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it's outside of saying you'll approve any of the training. It should at least asterisk that. You should say when you're at that point in your career, we'll pay for the training. Like that would have been a more honest take, right? But I don't know that. Maybe they are cool like that, and they just got like a baller budget. But it is Florida. Or maybe they get like lucky because they can piggyback. Like we had smaller agencies around us.
Yeah.
That they would piggyback on our training and they would get to send. So it was like a mutual aid deal.
That's probably true.
In my rifle school, I had, I think, a Cadet PD officer and somebody else that came to my rifle school. So
I only had SROs in my rifle school.
No kidding,
dude. So this is
That's
right
hilarious.
when SROs got those short barrel ARs.
You got SBRs
with no suppressors.
Nice. That had to suck.
In that concrete range, do you know how? Like that's where I got all my tinnitus.
I was gonna say this
was
a week
from
of
that.
that. Yeah, I buy that.
Yeah. We did we do Coral Springs?
I don't think so.
Recruitment video last week?
I don't think so.
It sounds familiar, but we're probably not going to watch this whole thing. But this is apparently the chief of police.
My name is Brad McKeon. I'm the chief of police here in the city of Coral Springs. I also happen to be a motor sergeant previously. I had the privilege of being the motor sergeant for about 4 years. Today we're going to go for a little ride along, do a little traffic enforcement. I am going to go a little old school and do handwritten tickets because, quite honestly, I don't know how to use the computer program that we currently have. I haven't used it for a number of years, so
interesting.
Let's go out there, have some fun, do some traffic enforcement.
Yeah.
As far as traffic enforcement goes here in the city of Coral Springs, we focus on a couple different things when we do our enforcement. It's just not about writing citations. It's about education. It's about safety.
Is that a 360
whether that's
cam?
based on complaints from the residents,
on
issues
the
we're having with traffic crashes,
Oh,
and data
on a
shows
bike,
us
yeah.
where the crashes are occurring and how we can stop those preventing. Ultimately, we're trying to make the streets of Coral Springs as safe as possible.
Of course, there's a patrol officer behind him.
Please don't let the chief on there by himself. Just because chief.
Morning,
Hey,
sir. How
dog,
you
where-
doing? My name's
where
Chief
your lights?
McKeon, with Coral Springs Police Department. The reason why I stopped you, speeding was 40 miles an hour. Okay, you were
That's
doing
pretty fun,
55. Okay, do you have your license, registration, and
Damn,
insurance, please?
65 and a 40. Meanwhile, all these other cars are doing 70.
And I noticed you got the concealed weapons permit. Do you have a weapon on you at this time? You don't have to reach for it. Just tell me if you have one or not. It's in the okay. All right. So
I do like
I'll be
his
right back in one
passenger side
second, okay?
approach. Shout out to this guy.
Well, they're also in a
Doesn't-
lane of traffic.
All right. So the reason why we stopped this gentleman today
He's got
was
a-
55 miles an hour.
I told you,
in a
bro.
40-mile-an-hour zone. He did give me a concealed weapons permit, which he did say he has a firearm in the glove box of the vehicle. Again, I just instructed him to
Is he
not
carrying
reach
a
for it. That's good
2011?
officer safety and officer driver safety thing. To let the officer know he did exactly what he should do is let the officer know that he has a weapon in the car, give his permit, and then tell me where it is, not reach for it or do anything else. So we're going to run his license, make sure he's good, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Rose, here's your information back along with all the cards that you gave me. Again, I appreciate all the cards that you gave me there. Again, you did exactly what you were supposed to do when you get stopped. You have a weapon in the car, you give me the weapons permit, so I appreciate the cooperation.
Look at him writing that ticket out.
10-4, thank you. What was the date on that?
Damn, dog. Forever. He's like,
That is actually showing today.
I changed my mind. I don't think
like a
that's
half
a
second
2011.
before you.
10-4, thank you.
Painting.
Okay. All right. Do you have your license with
Yes,
you?
everything. I never have a problem.
Okay.
Please.
All right. I need
I
to.
don't have money. Painter.
Okay.
I'm musician.
Where you going to work? You said. Okay. Where's work
Oh,
at?
he's getting a lot of stops in.
Okay.
I'm going late.
Probably
Okay.
all for
To
speed.
that, if you're late for work and you're speeding, and you
And
get
of course
stopped,
he's
you're
writing
even more late.
tickets.
So,
That was the one
Get
thing
there when you get there.
you would have been hard pressed for me to write.
And the other thing that I think
unless it
was,
was
important, she didn't have her information readily available when I
outrageous,
first
like-
got up there.
You had to be going like 40 over.
if you were doing
Driver's
like
license,
70 and a
started, but
30,
after that, explained to her
you're
if she gets
probably
the
getting a
documents, hold
ticket
them out
for
the
speeding
window.
from me.
Probably not getting
really just
stopped.
for my safety, her
With
safety.
50 and a
'cause,
30.
That way,
No, probably
she doesn't want to get out of the car. I don't want
Depending
her to
on the
get out of
road.
car and approach me, or then that's a thing for me to be aware of.
I legitimately couldn't tell you how to do the little test that you're supposed to do to like confirm the gun or whatever for the
So
LiDAR.
I only knew how to do that because I made myself do it every night because my sergeants kept track of who checked out LiDAR and who didn't. So every night I checked one out. And I would use it. I mean, if I was like real desperate for a traffic stop.
Literally never once in my entire patrol career did I ever check one out. Literally never once.
I didn't when I moved sides of town.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know because I was there for most of those that you did.
Never needed it.
But to be fair, Yeah, bro, PC for a stop on north side was like shooting
Yeah.
fish in a barrel.
All right, so let's be real. South side needed some help, okay?
Yeah, it was north side and east side.
Especially the middle of the night. Like,
you remember saying no?
Yes.
Quick story time before we move on. So every once in a while, the good Lord would smile on us, and I get to ride Two Man with Bill. So as we're jamming to our millennials playlist, right, in the car, right,
as always.
So we're home and now I'm 6 feet. So as we're typing, in,
we were
it would be
bringing Creed back before Creed came back. Okay, thank you very much.
Circa 2020, right? So we'd be sitting there typing or whatever, and it'd be like, he's got some miss for us. We're like, all right, well, he'd dig a little bit more. And he's like, it's at a U list. They're a ticket machine.
Yeah.
The next one. And we'd just sit there and he'd be like, oh, out tail light, no blinker, no brake light, no headlights, whatever, miss wars on the plate. We'd say no to 90% of those because we wanted something, unless it was a high beam. It was the third set of high beams.
Third high beams, yep.
They got pulled over no matter what, but
that, yeah.
I would pop a curb to get that person.
Dude,
that was traffic stops for Bill and I. Man. Breaking Benjamin.
Oh, dude. Breaking Benjamin was blasting. Yeah. 3 Days Grace, Crossfade, Chevelle.
Yeah. Were you doing that with your phone,
my
right?
phone, yeah. I had a great
We were the most senior officers on shift. So we had a Tahoe with like 1,000 miles on it.
Bro, Saturday nights, Josh and I were number 1 and number 2.
Primo, dog. At a 3,000 badge number.
3,100.
Yeah, it was 3,100. Yeah,
bro, that's insane.
Good time. It was a time at times, but it was a good time every time.
Yeah. It was a time.
Ithaca.
Yeah, bro, this one had 30K views.
Based.
Start the shift. That's a good one.
Propelling. I do like that.
I think one of the most important traits of being a police officer is being a people person and being charismatic and being able to relate to everybody that you meet on the street. So there's definitely not a one-size-fits-all for police candidates.
Yes.
If you feel like you can carry the weight, literally be there for people in their worst days, come out of it and want to keep going, I think that's one of the biggest ones.
Good speech.
You have to care for people and do your best to live in their shoes.
We really work hard to take care of our officers. We recognize that for the officers to give their best, they need to be at their best, and that includes having a strong work-life balance.
I have 3 daughters, and through each of those pregnancies, they've been super supportive.
Family does come first for this department, which is really nice to see.
Ithaca has been growing since I've been a kid. It's a lot bigger than it was when I was younger. And, I think it's that nice, sweet spot of it's not too big of a city, but it's not too small.
You didn't have a bad.
What is unique about the Ithaca Police Department is if you have a specific niche in policing, then they will find a way to get you to the training and get you the experience you need.
Training here is second to none.
The training opportunities are endless.
I mean, if you're looking for a department that's going to take care of you and your family, top-notch training, this is it.
All sticks will steam. Okay, I'm here for this. Specialized unit, get it on.
Trying to find this APD video.
You know what? I give them an A, dude. That was a pretty good. They talked more about the experience of being a police officer, right?
Yeah.
More than they did, like, what's in it for you? I totally call bullshit on anyone that says family comes first. You are not allowed to say that as a police department. Mute Keith would agree with me, but it's just simply not the case.
Oh, buddy. I was looking for a video, and I found our Academy class video.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
You want to watch it?
Yeah, let's do it. Why
On
not?
stream?
We'll do it on stream. Here we go. Go dox ourselves a little bit. We'll have some fun. Here's a treat for y'all.
All right,
You guys want to go see? I think I make it for like half a second in this thing, if I remember correctly.
I don't remember this very much. Why can't I save this? Hang on.
Her dad is talking to our driver. Tell him to stop being needy.
Here, we'll watch this while I pull it up.
Stop jerking the trigger. You're still jerking the trigger.
Hey, it's not as easy as it looks. Well, you're closer to the target than I am.
This was not the video I was looking for, but I'll find it. All right, you get it.
That's hilarious.
You get it. You get it.
Was that there May the 4th?
I don't know. That was an old video. Bro, I'm nervous about this.
Bro, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Here you go. Here's a treat. Get to go see back in the day when we were young little cadets. A recruit, should I say.
Let's see.
Where am I in this?
Right there.
Right there. You see my little face.
Bro, where am I?
You missed this day.
No, I didn't. Oh, right there.
Good for your little dome. Oh, dude, you were tan, dog.
Yeah, man.
You were spending some time outside.
I sure was.
Dog.
Also pretty yoked.
Bro, my dude. You were in good shape.
I was when we started, yeah. His big old dome. I wish it moved slower. I can't see us anywhere.
Getting up in days for the billionth time.
Yeah.
This is early in the academy.
Yeah.
Because we don't have our like uniform workout stuff. Yep. There's a labeled shirts.
Yep.
Us having to do formation runs. Oh, we're crushing.
Look at his shorts. Oh man. Oh yeah. There's old buddy in the back.
Hated these.
Chief Johnson.
Oh, good old bro. Good old Will. I forgot he ran with us periodically. Oh boy, would get after it. I hated these runs.
Yeah, because they were so slow.
So for context, and our corporal was kind of a sick bastard for this, they would take the slowest person, and there was a pretty big discrepancy in who the slowest person was in our class. And they would put them in the front, and so they would dictate pace. And it was the worst.
Yeah. The literal.
What should have been
praying mantis.
Like maybe a 9 to 10 minute mile took like 15
minutes. Yeah.
And it took like triple the amount of steps. I know that guy. Oh, dude, DT.
Talk about being in shape, son.
Dog, I know. A 2-time dad now.
I know.
I hated these.
Yep. Hated all of this.
All the DT.
Bro, seeing some of these people.
Dude, I know. OC Day was a blast. This guy.
Oh, man.
I'll go back. Go back real quick. Go back to the picture. I was just show you what our showers were like.
Oops.
Pause it right there.
Come on. There you
so
go.
Though we did not have a GSP stop, I had to explain this to my wife the other day. So I made a joke about every male in my academy class knowing exactly what my wiener looks like. And they were like, no. And I was like, yeah. And they were like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, like, You got 15 minutes to dress out, and there was like 30 of us, maybe, like total.
Yeah, there was exactly 30.
And so you go get smoked in the morning, and then you had to put your uniform on. And so there's like 3. Was it 3 or 4? I think it's just 3 there.
What?
So you just have like a little caddy, right?
Oh, so there's 3. So there's probably 5 or 6 of these on the wall, and then there was 2 in the center. The ones on the wall had 3. I think the ones in the center had 5.
Yeah.
And they
the
were
ones in the
all
center had,
cold.
Yep.
There
it was
was
cold.
no
and they
hot
were all,
water.
like you have to face each other, right? So you just take like a little caddy, and if you forgot your shampoo, at least you got somebody else's caddy that's right
Yeah,
there. You just
someone-
get some slides.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog. Can't tell you how many times I was like, "Oh, Neutrogena, let me try this," or whatever.
I never had that problem. It was always just body wash for me. So.
Oh, that's true. You were already in the body wash phase of your life.
Yep,
I'm
I
getting there.
was.
I'm on
I
my way to
was.
just needing body wash.
Hold on to it, dude. Hold on to it. Taser day.
Taser day.
I'll still take Taser 10
Over
out of
OC?
10 times over OC.
I get Taser again. Chief, my shots. Us learning
SRT.
command for SRT. I never had to do SRT.
Test day. Me either, thankfully.
Learning search tactics.
Bro.
These days sucked. Probably interviews.
Oh, gosh. Can you believe he's a
Domestic.
sergeant?
Dog.
Hey, there's me.
There's
And
me.
you.
There's both of them. Oh, go back. Hold on, go back. There it is.
Look at
What are
us.
we doing here?
Domestics. This was Domestics Day, I think.
Oh, that's right. They were doing like mock interviews.
Yeah, because we
Like,
had to be.
do-
Remember, we were
yeah.
so big that we were grouped up.
Yep. Yep.
Bro.
We had to do them in groups.
You look like a child.
I do look young. I was 26, I think. 26, 27, something like that. It's in my like mid-20s. Solid, firmly within my mid-20s. Bro, what a wild time. This was a long time ago. This feels like another life ago.
What was I, 29? 30?
I think you were sub 30, I think, at this point.
Well,
You turned 30 in the academy, right?
yeah, so 29. I might have been 30 here.
Oh, we got the full uniforms on.
Yeah.
We the red guns, but
Yeah.
it was kind of towards the tail end, I think.
Probably 5 months in, 6 months in.
Yeah.
That's funny. Don't
That's
taser
hilarious.
prongs hurt more than OC spray. Never been tased or maced. No.
I'd take the prongs the whole day. Yeah, I'd let you taser bukkake me before I have to get OC'd again.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with it. I'd take 8 blows.
OC sucks for an hour, and then it sucks again when you get home and take a shower.
Taser, it's yeah.
So
This is pre PTSD. That's hilarious that we were in a picture together.
I know.
That's
What are the actual odds?
yeah. So the only time I ever used a laser gun here was in academy.
Yeah. Bro, imagine driving down that road.
Dude, there's like 40 cops
fully
with
uniformed
lidars.
cops.
Yeah.
Driving.
This was a great class. I truly think they crushed it here in this
Yeah.
class. Pursuit driving was fucking awesome.
Dude, when we got to do it at night with the lights on.
In the rain?
Oh. So much fun.
It was pretty based.
Oh. Messed that up.
These were good. We did traffic stop scenarios. These were very, very good.
Yep.
You had narcotics officers being your
Oh,
suspects.
dude.
That was a pain in the ass.
So much fun. What was
More
this?
running. You spend a lot of time running in academy.
What
in
was
case you're
this?
wondering.
We
I
had to
don't
do
know what
something,
this was.
right?
We got to do something. Family night?
Yep.
That was a life-changing day for me.
Hey, look,
We're
there's
both
us again.
Oh, look at that. 2 pictures. This for me changed my outlook on policing. This was for an organization called Cops, and it is for is it children of police
It's
officers?
fallen
It's
police
basically
officers,
fallen
yeah.
police officers, yeah. That was a hard.
Bro,
that
look
was a
at
hard
this
day.
guy.
Bro, my dude. Look at that young happy man, thinking he's gonna make a difference. What an idiot.
Yep. You weren't in that one. Oh, here we go.
There it is. There's the graduating picture.
Here we go, son.
I'm just glad I wasn't on that front row. That's the dorkiest.
Bro, me too.
Oh no, I was.
I got to be back
look.
here.
Oh look, bottom left there. I'm right
Oh
next
my
to
gosh,
Bruno.
you are.
I don't know how they got me on the front row. That's hilarious.
I'm back here where you can't even see me.
I'm like 80% bigger than the people they put next to me.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Looking like Maximus from Fallout. Bro, graduation day, dog. The lulz.
There's you, there's me.
That was indeed our graduating class. The only time I wore my class A's.
Same.
In my entire career.
Never, ever, ever.
I don't know that I still have that challenge coin.
I have some.
I might somewhere. I don't think I do.
I was looking for...
Leave a comment. Oh, we should do it as OnlyCops.
We will.
Like nerds.
Yeah, we will. So there was a time where on midnights where we all went to the same restaurant to eat. Mm-hmm. And you know how you were supposed to clear and no more than however many officers at one place.
Oh, yeah.
Remember how that was a rule? Well, it's midnights, bro. There's like 3 things open.
Yep.
So we would go to, ironically, Dunkin Donuts in the morning because they had good breakfast sandwiches. And there ended up being like 5 of us there. And it was like 5 in the morning. Someone called the station and complained that all of Arlington's cops were at Dunkin Donuts.
Every single one.
So I wasn't there for this, but the officers that were all got called up to the front of the room the next week during briefing, each one individually, and they were handed their written complaint, like their little write-up.
No kidding.
Tell me why a week later, the media unit takes day shift officers on Southside and does a video at Dunkin Donuts.
They do the Dunkin Donuts challenge
Yes.
video?
Yes.
No.
That's what I was looking for.
That's hilarious.
So midnight's officers get written up, but 10 day shift officers go with the
in the middle of the day.
deputy chief.
On duty.
They were 100% on duty.
Yeah, that shit used to drive me nuts.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll save this one for next week. Whoops.
Anyways, there's a deep dive down memory lane where Bill and I were little baby cops. We were not even cops at the time. I was recruits.
No, not even cops.
Far from a police officer in any of those pictures.
Very true. But still better than many other people in those pictures.
Even in that, I was gonna say, yeah. That entire the class picture and then like a lot of these little sub pictures of everyone in those pictures, I can safely say was it 41 we had? 42?
41.
Like that? There was probably 12 people out of that 41, and it's totally a ballpark here, but about 12 that I believe. I was like, you know what? I can see that these people being good cops.
Mm-hmm.
There was some middle of the road people, like I could see maybe you becoming one, but like you're not that person yet.
Yeah.
The back third of that class, I was like shocked.
Dude,
like,
we'll have to pull that picture back up and count.
We'll count
who's still there and who's not.
Yes, yeah. Oh, dude, I bet from our academy class of 41, maybe 8, maybe 10 tops, if that. I know a lot that are cops, but somewhere else. They didn't stay in that police department. Can I get a hello? Brandon Castillo. Yes. Hello.
What do you need the hello for? Are you trying to give it to someone else?
I gave it to him.
Did you not get enough from your dad?
Notorious Emu, yes, we were very, very young back then.
Some of us were young back
I wonder
then.
who he was saying looked like Maximus from Fallout. I think I know in the back of my head right
Probably.
now. I like how Dan called us piglets.
Responding to a dead dog in the middle of the road.
Why?
Our typical response for something like that is to
get the wrong person, right? And then
No thanks.
I would hate to have that happen. That's the worst case scenario.
I will say this, dog. Methy people take good care of their dogs.
Homeless people, I think, take
always on a leash.
The best care of their dogs.
many times you responded to this?
Too many, but not during the day.
Never.
What's up, man? You doing all right?
Yeah, so if I had a cooler set there, no one will help me out.
You know the one on Safely in Maine or no?
So go everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one will help me.
Well, the reason I'm talking is one, I want to make sure you're not dead, and two, you can't be blocking the sidewalk either. That's a CEQA violation.
I'm gonna go there.
My guy.
I just think you
You can't block the sidewalk.
I do respect the game.
Look how big the sidewalk is.
Maybe. Yeah, do you need?
15-foot sidewalk.
No warrants, something like that? No
Well,
drugs
he's
on you?
parked on the sidewalk.
warrant?
You can't block the sidewalk.
Out of Mesa?
This is trespassing.
It's just trespassing? Where are you going, dude?
I'm getting
Alright, just put your hands in the back.
Gloves.
He was trying to put him on, I think.
Oh, no, I'm very picking up.
Auto hooking him up.
You know cops are paranoid, right?
Handcuffs.
We always think people are gonna run
That
on
was
us.
good
That's
handcuff.
us all the time.
So I was gonna say, I thought.
Oh my god, Fernando. You could have handed your warrant a month ago. We're getting less.
Tell your badge just says all over the sheet on it.
That's must have one.
He does the cheese.
Bro, the sneakers on duty?
Yeah. Well, day shift things, bro. Day shift
Yeah,
things.
I'm going back with you. Yeah.
You didn't exactly help.
Oh, I do like this though. This is good. This is good search data.
It's because they know they're on camera.
You heard me out, Fernando. Sorry, buddy. We get LOS down here.
Garbage.
What's that?
Miss Mohawk fits the.
Yeah. Yes.
Fits the
Very
mold.
much so.
Probably a great cop, but I know a lot more about it.
Did I miss anything?
It's a lot of hair, dude.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna be embarrassed.
I'm jealous.
Same.
She's got more hair on the front side of her head than we both do collectively.
Yeah. Nice new Tahoes.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the complaint was here, but I think they said he had warrants.
Trespassing call, I think. You know those places are notorious for that. It looked like an event, like a stadium or something
We have
like
had
that.
a couple times that people are actually passed away or like having heat stroke. So the first is the initial checking to make sure they're okay. It's obviously our
Maybe it was a
welfare
welfare check.
concern. But then
Listen to that
second, it
car.
is a city code violation to be blocking the sidewalk, and he was laying on the sidewalk.
You turned it out after a while, but
So
that's exactly
made
what
contact with
the
him, and he was lawfully detained. Ran him for a warrant, and he did have a
To be
covered
fair,
warrant,
most of
so
it's
that's why he was in
plastic
custody today.
back seats and the divider and all that crap.
Your rifle kind of.
Your rifle, yeah.
So I like being
Your
proactive.
MDC.
I mean, the whole statement of
Bro,
the best
how many
defense
pens
is good
and markers
offense
do
is
you
kinda how I
need,
live.
my
It's
dog?
Like, I'd rather arrest someone for their misdemeanor warrant and then stop them from
Also,
the 20 crime before reacting.
why are you
to
on the
them
highway
doing
talking
crime.
with your hands while you're supposed to
I
be
think in the
driving?
drug world, it's a lot harder to talk
I've
to
done
people
worse.
if they know, obviously. have
Okay, but we weren't on
so I mean,
camera,
it's
so it
your
doesn't
personal
count.
skills.
I'm on my NBC going code on the highway.
Being proactive.
I don't know what you're talking about. I never did that.
Never did
The
that.
trick after people close around here, and obviously it's closed first.
I wasn't on my phone and my MDC going code on the highway.
Tell you what,
I would have never.
I would have
All
never.
right.
never
I thought
won.
this was going to be more exciting, but I should have known better when it says day shift right along.
You know what? Mesa, shout out for it. Everybody looked good. The uniforms look good. I do like seeing like outer vests and stuff like that. They took good enforcement action, and that's better than 99% of the body cams we see.
It's true.
There was a solid investigation and arrest. I can't complain there. I missed it, so F for failure to be here when I'm here.
What is this thing? All right. We'll play this one as the last.
I'm ready. My body's ready. I'll be giving you guys some after party time. Oh.
Huh.
Said TOJ. Those guys got 329,000 subscribers. Nuclear Vault.
Is this going to get us in trouble?
This might. Oh, thank you.
We'll watch this in the Discord.
Okay.
I'm not risking getting a week
Put on
off
more
for that.
More watch list, a week off. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. We'll watch this one.
The 65th Toledo Police Academy class. Let's go check it out.
All right, Sarge. brought me dinner.
Nice. Yeah, I was just about to say.
The 80s and 70s. Like most municipal buildings, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Couldn't afford a gimbal, huh? Interesting. Why'd we have to see that one guy's eyes?
Yeah. I don't know why they on it. I'm here for the drill sergeants. This isn't a funeral procession. Also, big shame on them for not having a state flag and the country flag together.
No kidding.
This was in Texas. This music might get us in trouble. I don't know if it will or not.
It's Toledo. Toledo, Ohio.
I'm okay with the like weird Class A's, but the caps are kind of strange.
Yeah.
Just Chief?
Probably.
Why is he in a suit? Okay, we get some talking here. What's he jacket, John?
Gracious enough to give us a few moments. Chief Carl just arrived at the academy. He's about to address the class, and he's gracious enough to give us a few moments of his time to explain to us what he expects from the cadets.
This is going to be a culture shock that these guys have never seen before.
Oh,
There's no profession like this. We're not training to be accountants or work at Jeep or another profession. They're transitioning from citizen to peace officer. So
it's an adjustment.
For the next 6 months, I expect them to keep their mouth shut, to study, to stay in shape, to ask good questions, and to practice
Why do they
safety.
keep their mouth
and
shut?
By the time they get done with here, they're going to look completely different
they
from
see
this
something
morning. I'm
shitty?
really excited to see the transformation.
What piece of advice would you give to the cadets?
Where did this southern
That
accent
no
come
matter
from in
what
Toledo?
happens, even if you don't understand why you're doing what you're doing, everything is for a reason. They're going to get yelled at. They're going to have pressure.
Bro,
They're going to have deadlines.
I am not on board
They're
with
gonna have
this.
stress at every
Even
turn.
if you don't understand what you're
Everything is
doing,
for a
everything's for a reason. Yeah, that's how sussy shit happens.
I will say this. Music might get us in trouble too. The one real big delineation between the military and law enforcement that I have, and I really have beef with adopting too many military ideas into policing, the military specifically dissuades independent thinking.
Right.
Or thought or decision making or any of that stuff. You don't want that there. You want somebody who's just going to listen and do what they're supposed to do, right?
Right.
In policing, it couldn't be farther from the case. And we had incredibly good training. I have an issue just like our Bill does about like the PT and all that. But
Scenario training and educational training was top notch.
There was I truly believe was peerless because it did spur on independent thought and problem solving and trying to analyze the situation you're being given.
Because also,
not just try to apply an equation.
Like in the military, you have your chain of command and you're getting orders. You don't get an order on a traffic stop. There's the law and then there's not the law. And there is discretion, but like you don't get to just do whatever.
There's also like investigations are complicated, right? Like, well, this is kind of in a weird gray area. How many times have you had to have a powwow because you don't know if this
right
meets the elements of the offense, or you have like specific issues that are unique, to your community. So like in that instance, you would want people to challenge. There are certain things where you shouldn't challenge authority, like you need to learn some things, but
yeah.
In general, I want independent-minded individuals that can evaluate and critique the way things are done. Because ultimately, you should be challenging the status quo constantly because there is always a better way to do things. I am a fan of that mindset.
All right.
Last one?
This will be our last one. And this one's all on Weathers because he made it a point to ask if I saw it in the Discord. So if this sucks, I expect everyone in the chat to harass him mercilessly.
All right, Weathers, it's on you.
I got the job. And I understand policing is a lot of responsibility. And I have to live up to it. I have what it takes. I'm ready to train for it.
You know what's funny? That Idaho State Police one, you said, what if her dad was a cop? They could have showed a picture of her looking at her, or showed a picture of her dad as a cop.
They listen.
It's almost like they heard you.
To better myself every day. I can be on guard when things are slow, and I'll be prepared when it's time to move fast.
Where's your vest, dog? That man was not wearing a vest.
I want to help people feel secure. A city that is safe is a place where everyone can thrive.
Hey, stickers. Remember when we gave out stickers?
And I can't wait to get outside and work. Talk to people about the issues that matter to them. In Denton, people value what we do and support us. Plus, we have fun here. Now I can build a career where I have room to reach higher. I'm finally earning a good living, and I'm going to be making some big moves. But first things first, this is day one. New chapter. I am a Denton police officer, and I've never been more ready.
It was okay.
Give it a B-. It was honest.
Yeah.
No specialized unit.
Nope.
I will say this, in Denton, I went to school in Denton, I went to college in Denton. Denton PD in general had, oh god, this was the police department I almost worked for.
It was?
Yeah.
Nope, not doing that music. I didn't mean to play this, but this is definitely interesting. What? That is not 96.7. That is not that radio station. You liars. All right. We'll save this one for next time.
I'm curious now.
You want to watch it?
We're doing the after party since it's got music.
Leaders committed to making a difference in the life.
Oh, there's not music, but we'll watch it in the after party. It goes, look, Louisville also.
Thank you to everybody that is still currently here with us. We will be there on Thursday for the regular Thursday stream. I should not be late. Just like, is Keith now here?
Yes, I've been here. I'm dealing with the driver issue. Sorry.
We will do some after party time. There's a couple of videos we can watch in the after party. We will do that. I'll also play some games with you guys and hang out. My wife fed me and watered the plants here, so I should have a little bit more energy for that. Bill's likely deucing out.
I'll stay for a little while. It's only 9.
We will have our, per the usual, after party here, and then Thursday, I think we're getting close to the end of Bonsai, but if you'd like to participate more broadly, I'm going to be doing a panel interview with a prospective police officer from our Patreon group here soon, but if you want to do cool stuff like that,
what?
Movie night.
When are you doing that?
I don't know yet. I think it's going to be next week, but if you want, you're down. It's going to be done over Discord, so.
Are you kidding?
You want to be a bad cop?
Yes.
I'll be the good cop. It'll be easier that way.
Oh, I can't wait to ask questions.
Dude, it's going to be great.
Keith.
So actually,
Yes.
Mute.
You want me to mute? So sorry.
Is that your... I just don't want personal stuff getting out from you.
We figured it out. Either way, if you want stuff like that, go ahead and let us know. Go ahead and join the Discord. You can do that by joining our Patreon group. It is as little as $1 a month. Juan's adding a bunch of stuff. Producer Juan's added a bunch of really cool merch and stickers, and so there's something for every single level, and for the longer that you're there, I will be eventually putting a cap on the Discord for the OGs who have been there for a very, very long time, most of which you can already see in the chat, where I want to give them some special privileges and things of that nature. And then have some camaraderie, just like we saw earlier with what Fort Worth PD was doing. The one thing I do appreciate, it's probably helped my transition coming out of policing. When we were just doing videos, it was a very like one-way street and dealing with internet comments, but the Discord's actually been a pretty cool place where I can find some like-minded people and some not so like-minded.
Those
but
horrible comments.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I tell you what, I'm going to lose my mind if people keep arguing with me in the comments like the rookie is real officers.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I'm losing my mind at the way these people stick up for Nolan like he's a real cop.
Yeah.
It's a fucking TV show.
Yeah. To us.
They might have
no
with him when he was doing
like
it's a TV show.
I'm getting yelled at for critiquing an actor's experience on a show.
I'm just about to, you know what I'm just going to start replying to? I'm so sorry I didn't know that your law enforcement experience was so vast and outweighs mine so much.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Keith's like, I'm going to kill someone.
I would get spray, sweep the legs.
Anyways, for everybody else, we will be in the OCFT here shortly. I love you all. And we'll see the rest of you guys on Thursday.
Yeah, on Thursday. I'll be there.
It's too real, me.
No, it's not.
Real to me, man.
It's real to me. Okay. Leave Nolan alone.